Technology disruption, the fourth industrial revolution. Boy, if only I had a penny every time I came across these buzz phrases. Whether you believe that this is a brand new, distinct industrial revolution, or you feel that it's a mere prolongation of the previous one, I think we can all agree here that this phenomenon is all about exponential speed. The speed to acquire market share, to take up new business, is increasing exponentially. Just a quick example right here. By the time I finish this sentence, a classic retailer would have lost $1.2 million of revenue to an e-commerce platform. The telephone took 75 long years to acquire 50 million users. The internet, 4 years. Facebook, 2.5 years. WhatsApp, 15 months, and Angry Birds, 15 days. Yes? You better believe it. By the same token, businesses are dying fast nowadays. Back 50 years ago, it took the average lifespan of the top 500 American businesses was 60 years. Now it's less than 18. Digital disruption means that we can no longer be complacent at all. We can either seize the opportunity and be game changers like Instagram, Netflix, or we can watch our businesses disappear like Kodak or Blockbuster. But what does this mean for us? What does it mean for MENA? A large, diverse, eclectic region, like we mentioned, the region with one of the largest youth populations, a region that has been labeled as the most important part of the world of the 21st century. But it is also home to many young women facing unemployment rates as high as 40%. It is also home to 50% of its children not meeting basic literacy and numeracy proficiency standards. Let me share with you guys a little secret. Technology disruption does not wait for anybody. So MENA right now is at a crossroad. We can either embrace technology disruption and take advantage of it, or we can just disregard it and watch our socio-political economic situation deteriorate. Being originally from Morocco, I am familiar with this morose, gloomy, Prozac state of mind that many of my people and the youth of our nations dawdle in. And but at the end of the day, the situation is binary. We can either sit down and cry about the lack of resources, or we can collaborate together while leveraging our resourcefulness. We can spectate our way through life and evolve our DNA into an amorphous, hollow blob of blandness, or we can actually push through difficulties and empower one another to rise and thrive. After all, the purpose of life is to live a life of purpose. My grandpa, he once asked me this. He asked me, Charif, can you count? It's like, that's not random at all, Grandpa, but sure, yes, I can count. Then the old man replied, good, because from now on, you can only count on yourself. You should never depend on anybody but you. And MENA today can only depend and count on itself to rise to this technological disruptive phenomenon that we're living. Sure, you may say that we missed out on the third industrial revolution, but guess what? We still have a shot at this one. In fact, I call the fourth industrial revolution MENA's industrial revolution. So I want you to stand with me. I'm just standing here. It's a metaphor, but you can stand up, stretch your legs a little bit, you know? Stand with me and say, I see my friends right here, you know? I paid them $5, so that's why they're standing. Stand with me and say that the fourth and no, you don't have to repeat with me. I know.
Tell us what you want.
It's very contagious. So, no, but really, seriously, guys, say that our large youth population is not a liability. It is a gift.
Yes.
Sure, we may not have the most...
Yes. I agree too.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you. We may not have the most stable and most secure region. But isn't the illusion of security what killed ambition? Let us not forget, it is this ambition that allowed us to make this progress over the past 15 years, including a 10% increase in primary access, a 22% increase in adult literacy. Look, we're all here today representing, I'm going to take my seat back. We're representing MENA's most privileged. But most importantly, we're also representing MENA's brightest, and let's say most impactful. So sure, inspire me. Inspire one another. Share your stories over your success stories on social media outlets. But most importantly, share your mistakes. Share the lessons learned so that effective models and solutions can be transferred and replicated. It is the only way for us to move from ambitious independent initiatives to a real visionary systemic change. Da Vinci said this: I am impressed by the willingness or by the urgency of doing. Knowing is not enough. We must apply. Willing is not enough. We must do. So let me ask you this. Can you count?